Hello, this is Ebonygeek. You're always welcome to join me in expanding your knowledge base. Comments are always welcome, and please subscribe. Hello, and I am glad that you stuck with us thus far. My name is Ebonygeek45, and today is a good day to learn something. What we're doing today is finally getting back to the workbench. And we're getting back to the workbench. We're actually going to do our blink a different way. We're going to do our blink the way it's supposed to be done, and not the fast, easy, simple, let's throw us into the programming and throw us into something actually physical world. This is the right way to do it when you're doing prototyping. Now, we're going to need our LED, of course, which is here. Okay. So we're going to need our LED. We're going to need a resistor. Now, the resistors that I have here, this is a 320 ohm. This is your ideal resistor strength for LED. This particular resistor is 1K. That's our generic strength for our LED. So, keeping that in mind, here's how we're going to do this. So, you will need jumpers for your breadboard. Ground, I normally have black or green for ground. I normally choose red or yellow for power. Okay, that's just me, and that's normally the way I do it, so that I could look at it at any time and know what it's for. And so let's go ahead and just use red and black at this point. Okay, right now that's all we should need as far as jumpers. Okay, I was trying to see if I have any shorter ones, but we're thinking on use the longer ones. So, I'm going to jump our ground, which is the GND. I'm just going to jump it right here to your blue. As you can see, for this little breadboard, it actually have the ground, which is the negative, and the plus, which is the positive, or the power, which is the positive. It actually has it marked off. So I'm not going to use 13. I'm going to use 12. Okay, for this particular setup. So we have pin 12 is our power. Okay. Keep in mind that when we do set it up like this, that this whole rail is energized. Let's go ahead and use our ideal resistor, which is our 320 ohm. Now we're going to jump this over for our power. We're jumping it from the power rail here to our row here. Okay. Our negative, just going to grab another wire. So for the negative rail, we're going to jump it. Remember, our negative rail is here, so we're going to put it somewhere in this column just to make it easy for you. And I'm going to put it one hole over from the resistor, because I want to give myself some room here. Okay. Now, with that, we should now be able to plug in our LED. And this time you're going to plug it into this breadboard. Now remember, the long lead is your positive, the short lead is your negative. And as you can see in this setup, now you see how much easier that is, because you just line it up push it down. Okay. Alright. Now, we should be all set up. Our program should already have a blink in it, I believe. So when we plug it in, it should go. Plugging it into the computer and plugging it in here. Okay, so you said, well, mine not going and yours not either. So what's going on with this? Okay, I did kind of set us up. So what's wrong with it? We plugged it in, we had our blink going. Why isn't it doing anything? Put your video on pause and just think about that. Did you come up with the answer? Okay. The reason why electronics is not working right now is because even though we have it plugged in, we did wire it right if you followed the directions of what I did. We have the power coming over to our plus side of our breadboard. We have our resistor jumping over power to the first slide or whatever, just so it's in the same column as our positive leg of our LED, because it's going to energize that whole row there. Now, we also jumped our negative or our ground over to the breadboard. Then we jumped our ground over to this row. And so, but our negative leg is in that row. So why isn't it working? Well, it's not working because we actually used a different pin. Remember, we put our power into pin 12, not pin 13. Our program is programmed for pin 13. So what we want to do here is we want to go and change our 13 to 12. Okay? If you're following my tutorials, then we've already set it up to be variables, correct? So you should only have to change it in one place. If you didn't follow it and you just hopping in, then you will have to change it from 13 to 12 wherever it says 13. So once we change it to 12, let's hit the check to make sure we're good. Okay, give it time to do its thing. Okay, once it's finished building the target, we want to go ahead and click our arrow for our upload. Blinky, 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 and we're good. You see that blinking? Let me go ahead and turn on the light, off the light. There we go. You should see it very clearly now. So, keep in mind that when you change up your setup and change something to a different pin, you have to make sure to change it in your program as well, or you'll run into a problem, and it just may take you a minute to figure it out. Sometimes it could take a lot to figure it out. So just keep in mind when you change something up in your electronics part of it, you got to change it up in your programming part of it. Okay? Now with that said, that is how you do the Hello World blink for Arduino using a breadboard. So, have a great rest of your day. Happy tinkering. Happy coding. Bye-bye. I'm Ebonygeek, and I hope that the information tutorial has been helpful to you. Please remember to subscribe. Happy building and happy coding.